Okay. Let me share. Let me share it on Twitter. She dancing like a stripper. Hey.
So you got the images and the text all updated.
Yes.
Okay.
What images?
Any hashtags? Well, just the ones you just did.
Oh, yes.
Season of Pumpkin.
Juggalo. Live now. Deck 1. Dealt Juggalo podcast. Dicks on Pilns.
Dick 1 is out.
Our dicks are felt.
Well, not too bad. Our amazing producer isn't with us today.
That's why the show's running like shit, dude. That's why everything's running like shit. That's why my life is running like shit. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm not even going to share it on Facebook. Who gives a fuck? No one ever sees it on there. All right. We're still waiting on a homeboy to join us. Oh, looks like he's joined us. What's up, bro? I see you. Can you hear us? We're about to go live here in a moment. If you can hear us, give me a nod. Oh, it says he's connecting to audio. Okay.
You can't see me. The time is now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do this. Oh, I won't be able to do it without people seeing. Shit. Let's see.
Dude, setup looks legit.
Yeah, it does.
You can't see me. The time is now.
It's going to have the wrong name when I switch to him, damn it.
Oh, it's gonna have the last guy's name.
Yeah. There's a way to do like a preview. I don't know how to fucking do it on here though. Like I want to say maybe it's this.
I would say that's something we'd probably want to get fixed.
Yeah, I know. Quit judging me.
Mm-mm. Damn. No judge here, man.
Okay, thanks. I just needed that reassurance. All right, fuck it. It's going to say the wrong name, but I'll fix it as soon as we get in. I don't think he can hear or see us, but I'll check back in with him shortly.
You'll be able to fix it for real?
What, his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be able to fix it as soon as we switch to the scene. I just don't want to do it right now because that's people will see it. You know what I mean? Because we're streaming live. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I hope you're fixing to fix it. Oh, man, I'm straight hoping you're fixing to fix it.
Okay. I'm about to just switch it on over. You ready to do this fucking shit, dude?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll check in with him in a little bit. All right, ready? Going live. In 3, 2, 1.
Is it the end of the world? Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die alone.
Juggalos will carry on.
Swing our hatchets
Just
if we must.
gets me in the fucking mood, man. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it just fucking get into your crawl?
Yeah.
What's your crawl?
Isn't that your taint?
Yes. Welcome to Deck One Dell. This is the best and only Juggalo podcast that exists, I'm pretty sure. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, and this is...
Cover law, y'all.
Yes, and we are back and better than ever. What is this? Oh, okay. I know you can hear us, Justin. What's up? So we got a listener listening. Justin, what's up? My man, how's it going? All right. How you feeling, Carve?
Pretty good, man. Been getting in the spirit. Been listening to the one and only thing that I listen to nonstop all season, all month.
What's that?
The Halloween theme. I have it on loop.
Just the theme.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, just constantly on loop.
Wow. And what's it get you in the mood for though?
Yeah, I mean, actually, it doesn't really. It actually gets pretty annoying after a while, but it's just something I've always had to do. I do, just to get myself in the mood. But it really gets me out of the mood. But it's like I just can't.
Do you listen to like while you're working, driving,
everything,
working out,
everything,
jerking off, fucking?
Yeah, it's actually a better. It's a good switch up because last month I was listening to John Cena's rap album all month long.
That album is the shit, bro.
Yeah,
I genuinely love that album.
Can't see me.
Yeah, that's good. Wait, did you fuck to that too?
All kinds of shit. Yeah, man, constantly.
You fucked to John Cena?
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome, man.
I love John Cena.
That's
man.
good.
Gets me in the mood.
What's your wife think about fucking to the Halloween theme though?
Gets her out of the mood.
Nah.
Yeah.
Dries her right up.
Yeah, pretty much. But hey, dude, it's a tradition and I can't stop. Sorry.
Okay, dude. That's cool. You know, one tradition I have is I was going to start a tradition of watching a Halloween movie every day in October, and I failed October 1st.
Oh, yeah, we did too. We did too. We've watched like 3.
Yeah.
So
we sat the kids down and we were like, we're going to blow their fucking minds. We're going to make them watch The Sixth Sense. We're like, all right, here it goes. And like, sat them all down. They were like, okay, let's see what this is. And like, we watched like half of it and like,
it's way too slow for kids.
yeah, they got disinterested. And then like 2 or 3 days later, we finally got around to finishing it. And then like, by the time the twist came around, they were like,
they probably already forgot
they were like,
movie
what?
and shit.
Yeah, they didn't even know what the fuck was going on. They're like, what? I had to like pause it, like explain, like, all right, guys, listen, this is what happens. So that was
yeah, man. Sixth Sense is way too slow for kids, man.
Well,
even like a teenager, I would think, because it's just you got to have fast moving shit now, especially nowadays, man.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it, man.
But what did we watch the other day? Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
The remake, the 1990 remake.
Yeah.
Or 89 or whatever. We watched that the other night. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in years, man.
It's a good woman empowerment movie because, like, you know, well, no spoilers. I mean, but there's a woman in it. There's a real strong woman.
There's a real strong woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
isn't there? That's the 1989 remake you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say, well, that's cool because the original was like really a big deal because like the black guy was like he was one of the first like starring black guy roles. You know what I mean?
Candyman's in the remake remember the original Candyman?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's the one in the remake. So
I think I have seen that. It's been a while.
And then there's a woman's in there. I forget her name, but she's nice. She's a nice, strong lady.
Oh, Whammons. That's cool, man.
But yeah, man. Other than that, fuck, I don't know. I don't remember what else we watched.
Yeah, we haven't watched any other horror movies.
I
Tara,
can't remember, man. There's so many bad ones that everybody wants to watch, and I'm just like, oh god, here we go.
Tara doesn't watch any horror movies, so it's a pain in the ass even trying to convince her.
You seen that new A24 movie, Lamb?
No.
The trailer for the new A24 movie called Lamb.
No.
Yeah, that looks pretty weird.
I wanted to watch the A24, the Green Knight.
I watched that.
Was that sweet?
Yeah, that was fucking nuts.
I do want to watch that. It looks
It's
dope.
pretty slow, but it's how all those movies are.
Yeah.
A24,
Dude,
but
I watched.
it's fucking sick.
I watched
that shit.
Midsummer. I kept seeing people like, this movie's cool. Check it out. I was like, all right. I checked it out. 3 hours later, I was like, what in the fuck, man?
Dude,
like,
Midsummer was fucked
I'll
up.
say this.
I'm sorry.
I'll say this. I watched it and I was like, I don't like that movie, but I haven't. Since I watched it, I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Exactly.
It's a weird one.
I don't think that's a movie you like. That's just a movie you go, holy shit.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It's a fucking crazy trip.
It's kind of how Hereditary was for me. Like I wouldn't say I like Hereditary, but it was truly one of the most disturbing horror movies I've seen.
Yeah.
Like it don't take gore to get me going. It takes like psychological fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel that.
Shit,
no, I'm with you. I feel that. I did watch Hereditary after Midsummer because I heard people say like compare it because I think they're made by similar.
I think same director or something.
Okay. Yeah. And I did watch Hereditary and like I didn't like it as much. I don't think like
it's really slow.
It is slow. I mean, obviously the crazy part happens within the first 10 minutes of the movie, but after that it's just like it's very weird. And like at the end, I literally was like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. It was very confusing
It's like
to me.
I think it's the story. It's basically like the Rosemary's Baby story kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know, fucking I hate talking about movies.
All
I
right.
can never say what the end is and explain it to you.
Don't want to spoil it. All right. Well, do you want to go ahead and get dive into our Juggalo origin story? I see our guest is ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I see you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Our Juggalo origin story guest. I'm looking at you right now, and you're not responding. Oh, he's probably listening to the actual podcast, and it's a delay.
It's a delay.
Is my
Gotcha.
guess. He hasn't responded to anything. He's just like staring. It's funny.
Can we just like call him or?
I don't know. Here, I'll message him on Twitter. So
There you go.
unprofessional.
No, you're good, man. But yeah, man, Halloween movies. There's a few of them I want to get into this month.
Yeah, I want to see that new Halloween. That looks amazing. You
Does
know?
it though?
I mean,
Does it look amazing?
I'll actually be honest. I haven't seen any trailers for it. I'm just saying that because the last one I actually really liked,
Really?
and I shouldn't have said it looks amazing. I should have said I do want to see it.
There's so many. I mean, I'm sorry if you like the Halloween franchise, it's cool. But there's so many. I've seen so many bad Halloween movies.
Well, of course, but the last one was good.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
All right. Look, this dude, I'm concerned that he can't hear me. Let me go to me.
Well, he should be getting your.
Hey, bro. Can you hear me? I don't know. He's like not responding. I'm scared I'll just like bring him in and he'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to.
What if I just bring him in?
I mean, if he ain't responding, you're gonna have to.
All right, here.
I'll call his ass.
All right, I'm gonna bring him in here in just a second. What the fuck is it? Now we can't even see him. He turned his camera off.
Huh?
Maybe he's mad at us.
Did he get mad?
I don't know. He hasn't. He was looking at us the whole time, like not even like acknowledging that we were here. So
Huh?
this is a live podcast for you folks. I mean, what the fuck you want us to do?
Hey, man, we're sorry if we were just bullshitting for a minute. You know,
Yeah, man.
kind of like what we do every week.
We got ease into the show, man. It takes us a minute because we want to talk before the show a lot, but then like I keep telling him like, don't blow your load, man.
Yeah, you gotta loosen it up first.
Yeah, you gotta lube it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lube it up, and then we can get all up in there. You know, we can get all up in those guts.
Sound effects right there. I like that.
All right, man. Well, he's MIA. I don't know what to do.
Shit, I guess we just.
All right, bro. Look, if you can, here I'm gonna message. He said nothing. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure people on YouTube can hear us. So, hey, what's up, Nasser? He can hear us. All right, man. I don't know.
Never seen Frankenhooker.
Here,
no, no Frankenhooker. That
pull-
sounds interesting.
Let me pull it up just to make sure. Yeah, it's working on YouTube, so I don't know, man. Here. Let me message him one last
Nasser
time.
says I'll come.
Oh, we would love to have you, Nasser. I want to give our main man a chance here. Here we're gonna do our other bit here. We'll do our other segment here. All right.
Already.
And then I'll message our guest to tell him to hit us back up in like 15. Don't leave dead air.
Dead air. It's not a good thing. But what is a good thing is the Dead One. The song
Oh, that is a good song.
from Ringmaster.
It's an okay song. I mean, I've come around to it after you've explained it to me.
I like it. In fact, I may put that on the next segment.
Oh, don't spoil, dude. Are you blowing your load?
Blowing my load, man.
All right, look. All right, Nasser, I will hit you up if our pal is unable to join us. Maybe we'll see what's up. What's up, Echo Side Fiend? Whoop whoop. If Halloween Wicked is this year, we will come. We have not heard anything. That's the plan. We want to come at least. If it's on the 31st.
Yeah, what's the deal with Halloween Wicked?
I mean, Ouija on his little tour, he has 31st blocked out. So that leads me to believe that it's going to be on the 31st, but ICP hasn't said shit. Sorry, I keep hitting you.
No, you're okay, man.
All right, let's move on.
Alrighty.
Okay?
Do it.
All right, we're going to go to our next segment. This is a new thing. This is all the rage, man. We're just diving in. You know, a lot of people are doing like, oh, here's our top 3. Here's our top 3 list. A lot of people do top 5s. We're cooler than that.
Wait, what do you mean?
What I mean, we're not doing a top 5, my friend.
No top 5? But how will they know what we like?
Because we're going to take it one step further and give them a top 6.
What?
Yes, here it is.
Huh?
The first ever top 6. And we are rating. We're not going to just rank albums. like some people.
Like you would think top 6 means, 6 Joker's cards. I'm assuming.
No. It's just
that's not what it is.
Because it's one better than 5. It's unrelated to any amount of Joker's cards at all.
Okay. So, what is it?
All right. So
I kind of don't remember.
Wait, did Did you pick yours?
No. But I'll pick them on the fly. It's good, man. I got it.
You fucking with me, dude?
No, I swear I did. It's good. I got it. Man, we're going to get this.
You're fucking crazy, man. All right. So I got my top 6 Wicked ICP songs, all right? So I don't know. I won't be able to do this quick enough to play the songs too, I don't think, but I'll try. Let me pull up my list. All right, man. So this is Halloween time. We're talking about Wicked ICP songs. Now, what do you think of when we talk Wicked? What is your definition of wicked? Because we didn't even discuss this. We might have completely different definitions.
I mean, I think wicked can cover anything. I mean, I think most people would say wicked is like their wickedest. It's not funny. Doesn't have to be, a character. It's just, killing and evil and all kinds of shit. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah. I don't. That's what I would think.
Okay. Yeah.
In my opinion, wicked can be funny.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I mean, that's what I would.
It's I think there's a difference between a wicked song and the wicked shit.
Yeah, I mean.
So I wrestled with that a little bit on mine, and I think I got a good mix of a little of both. I hope my list isn't too predictable, but I wanted to actually pick genuinely good songs. Like when I think of Wicked ICP songs, these are the first. I actually almost called this segment the first 6. Because I wanted to be the first 6 songs that come to mind. But I didn't want people to think oh, well, it's the first 6 songs by the... I don't understand. I don't want no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
This is top 6 list. All right. Nevertheless, what is do you have a 6th favorite?
Yeah, I would put, in my opinion, I would put the Dead one, number 6.
Okay.
Just because to me, that's wicked. It's it's almost like the story. It's like a zombie, a horror movie.
For sure,
thing, right?
For sure.
It's you're dead, man. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I've always thought that was a pretty dark, wicked song. So, yeah, Dead one, number 5.
Number 6. You
6.
idiot! Come on. All right. All right, man. Let me see. Where is mine? Oh, okay. I went through all of ICB's catalog earlier, kind of looking through all the track listings just to remind myself and listen to a few songs to see some I thought were wicked until I listened to them. Okay, that's not wicked. But then some I was like, is this wicked? And I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking wicked. One of the first song I stumbled upon where I had that feeling where I was like, oh yeah, this one's wicked, is Mr. Johnson's Head.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That song is it's so fucking dark and very I don't know, very twisted lyrics and all kinds of shit. Oh,
Did it change mine too?
I don't know. Oh, I fucked it up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I don't know why.
Damn. Well, I guess we can just do one.
Oh, here I can here. Let me do this.
We can vote.
No, man. Here, let me fix this. God damn it. Why would it do that? Why'd it do that? Look, for some reason it says carve on all these for under mine.
It's plain favoritism.
It is. Oh well.
See, you're the one that gives it all the love, but it loves me for some reason. Ain't that how life works?
It is, man. I know.
You love something, but it doesn't love you back. It loves something else.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I can actually rectify this pretty quick.
Let's do it.
All right. And okay.
Looking good.
I think so.
Did you just have to add it again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
All right, is this it? I don't know if this is the right one. Look, it's all the way up there. Oh, they're all the way up there, but that's okay. I'll move them as we go. All right, sorry guys. This show is a fucking disaster. This is why we need Chris.
Yeah, our producer's not with us this week. He had family issues, so we're fucking up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me fix yours again. All right, yours was what? The dead one?
Dead one.
All right. Whoops. Hopefully this doesn't fuck it up again. There we go. All right, man. What's your number 5? We'll mosey on through here.
I think my number 5 is going to be. Let me put 17 Dead.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Classic one right there.
There it is. Boom. Yeah, 17 Dead's great. You know what? For some reason, I completely skipped that. I'm such a fucking idiot. Like, when I was even looking through.
You skipped Beverly Kills?
I think I did.
Yeah.
Or else I probably would have considered. I had a few considerations that I'll maybe mention at the end, but I wanted to give our top their due diligence first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 5 is going to be Hell's Forecast.
Mm.
I probably mentioned on the Wraith episode that how much I really loved that song. I think it's honestly I think it's one of the 6 wickedest songs they've ever done, but it's just so fucking like, it just hits so hard, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. There's just a real wickedness about it. Like, you could hear it in Jay's voice. He's got that Hell's Pit, like, gravelly shit, and it all just comes together. That song, obviously, the wickedest song on on the Wraith, Shangri-La, but I think one of their wickedest of all time.
Yeah. Man, see, I don't know. I feel like that belongs on my list, but I don't know if I want to pick that one.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I should.
Yeah, you're really making it up on the fly.
Yeah, man.
You're supposed to have this.
But look, all right, these are some of the songs that swirl.
See your crutch.
These are the songs. These are going to be the songs that swirl in my head all the time about thinking of Wicked. Like, I've had this list for years. Okay, so I'm not pulling it out of my ass.
I got you. I know.
But at the same time, this could change as well. Like, this isn't like a set list. I change my mind about ICP songs all the fucking time.
Sure, I feel
right?
that.
Next year, I could be like, well, I have a different list now, but I think it's always going to be similar. Like,
okay,
I definitely think the Dead one has a eerie wickedness to it. 17 Dead. I think I'd have to put.
It's your number 4.
Amy's in the Attic.
Ooh, okay, good one. Yeah, that's a song I still I probably mentioned again on the Terror Wheel episode, but it's a song I still kind of just overlook. Like, I never think of it. Like, you could tell me to name 100 ICP songs, that wouldn't even make that list.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's very. I don't know. I guess we could be using different words like spooky, wicked.
Yeah, and that's why the wording is hard. I know when I pitched Wicked, I knew it would be a little ambiguous, but it's actually good. I think this is a good representation of what we consider to be wicked. But I also feel like since you didn't prepare, my answers are influencing yours.
Maybe. No, I mean, I didn't want to talk about it, but Hell's Forecast is definitely going to be like probably on the
okay.
list.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm thinking about top 3. I think I know my number 1.
Okay.
So I gotta adjust my 2 of them, but I do believe I know my number 1. And it's always been the same fucking song.
Yeah, I think I know your number 1 too. And I specifically no spoiler alert. I'll just move on. My number 4. My number 4. I wanted to go a little different. I went with Tilt-A-Whirl.
Tilt-A-Whirl, huh?
I think it doesn't get looked at kind of maybe as a wicked song, but like the lyrics are like as wicked as they get, man. Like when it comes to wicked shit, that song is the definition of wicked shit.
Yeah, just like putting you in a ride and killing you because you're
Yeah, there's murdering people the whole song, and it's fun and catchy. I mean, I just love the song in general, so that contributes. But sure ICP have had darker, scarier songs, but like this one is just fucking wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just how I feel.
All right, so
You're number 3.
my number 3 is going to be between 2. All right, and it's going to be between
You got to pick one.
Hell's Forecast or Halls of Illusions. Both of those songs I think are like just top-notch wicked shit.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you have 2 more that you plan on putting 1 and 2, then just make it Halls of Illusions. That because Hell's Forecast is already on there.
All right, I wanted I trust me. Before you even put yours, I wanted to put Hell's
Well, then
Forecast
let's pick
on
that
there.
because if I like that we actually have some that
Halls
match
of
up
Illusions
too.
is there. You know, Halls of Illusions is there too. It's up. You know, like but that's definitely a runner up. You know, it's that could you know. But I'll throw in Hell's Forecast because I think it is a little more evil and hellish and you know. Because and also Halls of Illusions is like almost like they're good guys in that song.
Yeah.
They're doing doing God's work essentially.
It is wicked. It's still wicked shit,
Yeah.
but you're right. It is like it's a different side of the wicked
Yeah,
shit.
they're like doing good. They're like, you know, superheroes in that song.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, man. Good choice. Obviously. My number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm reading mine right. All right. My third wickedest song of theirs. I feel like I should have done this. I should have at least put 1 through 6 on here. I feel like this is confusing. Nevertheless.
Well, yeah, you know, the top one is 6 and the number 1 is the bottom.
Yes. All right, we'll learn as we go. All right. Another I went with another offbeat pick, but I listened to the song the other day. Came on my Spotify, and the lyrics are just once again the straight up wicked shit. It is funny though. Boogie Woogie Woo.
Yeah.
It's one of the most brutal songs they've ever made, I think.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
the
for
shit,
sure.
the graphicness of like the shit they're saying, like broken broom sticking out your forehead. I mean, chew your toes off, spit them out, blah, you know, all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
there's just some very wicked imagery in that song. Him being the boogeyman itself is fucking wicked as hell.
Yeah.
They just made it funny because they're clowns, and I think that song is like such a sweet representation of the wicked shit. You know?
Yeah, that definitely belongs on somebody's list. I mean, Boogie Woogie Woo is fucking up there. I mean, that might have made it on my list depending on what day it was.
Okay.
But I think my number 5 is
Number 2.
Number 2 is gonna have to be Night of the Eggs.
Classic.
I don't know, man. To me, that's like top notch. That's like top notch wicked shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Night of the Eggs.
Yeah, it's that. I actually turned that song on earlier when I was looking for some wicked shit. Like I was playing, I was actually laying with Tara in bed. Like played that, and then like I was like, okay, this song's wicked, but it sounds too like almost like to me like kind of corny. I don't know. It's just I think it's just due to the age.
Yeah,
of it.
it's like
the lyrics are as wicked as they get.
It's like 80s B movie corny wicked shit, you know. But that's I like that. I like that type of shit.
Yeah, same. But you know what? I clicked Black in Your Eyes after that and played a little bit of it. And like Tara was she was sitting next to me. She was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, it's Black in Your Eyes, man. I was like, this song's
fucked up.
I said this song's so wicked they couldn't even put it on the re-release.
Yeah, or Night of the Eggs.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Both of those got taken on.
All right, man. All right, my number 2. Oh, I know what it is. Let me make sure I put it in the right spot here. Keep it all professional now. It wasn't just because I wanted a Hell's Pit song, but it legitimately is, I think, one of the wickedest songs they've ever done, other than one other one above it, and that's Walk Into the Darkness. I know that might be controversial.
No, I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, we're doing the top 6 wickedest songs.
Yeah.
And, like, if you don't have a Hell's Pit song on there, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I don't have a Hell's Pit song on mine. Sorry, spoiler alerts for number 1.
That's funny.
I just think there's more wicked songs than like everything they've ever done on Hell's Pit. I mean, yeah, Walk Into the Darkness is pretty. I would say it's definitely a wicked song, but I got 6 others that are more wicked in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel it.
more disturbing, more, you know what I mean? Like more get under your skin type of Wicked, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. All right, bro. Well, let's I wish I had a drum roll. Damn it, I need to get a soundboard app hooked up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro.
Well, we'll get producer Chris to do that.
Oh yeah, when producer Chris comes back. All right, here it is, y'all. Carver's #1 wickedest ICP song is
Killing Fields.
Killing Fields. I knew that was gonna be yours. I know you love that fucking song.
I like that sound effect. It's like a machine gun.
Yes, that's a good
Those
one,
DJs
man.
fucking go ham on that sound effect.
I listened to this song earlier today, like as I was skimming through, man, and I one of the reasons I didn't add it to my list is because I knew you were going to. But not only that, but I do think it is one of their wickedest songs, but I don't have like as much of an attachment to it, and I knew I could find some I liked more.
Yeah, let's be serious. This is our top wickedest songs, but it's also like songs we like the most above other wicked songs, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking about ICP here. They got a shit ton of wicked songs.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the comments mentioned Under the Moon, and some Justin just mentioned Prom Queen, which I do agree those are wicked.
Prom Queen is great. I almost picked it.
I would reserve those for a different kind of list though, which maybe we should do, but
maybe story.
Yeah, definitely. Like if we did like story songs,
horror movie type songs, that would be a great horror movie.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because like a lot of these songs aren't even like stories. Well, a lot of them are.
Amy's in the Attic is a great story song.
Yeah.
As well, you know?
So yeah, I mean, it's just the criteria for wicked songs is so broad that I mean, you could really put any ICP song. But that's what's fun about this is this tells us what we think are the wickedest fucking songs.
A lot of it for me is what got in my head when I first listened to it. Like when I first listened to the song, how it made me feel and how it like disturbed me and shit. You know, the lyrics, the imagery and shit. And it was an ICP song where it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And I finally, and, you know, it was something that switched over and it made me go, oh, whoa. You know what I mean? Like a more disturbing kind of thing. Like when you get, you know, when you read something that gets under your skin or.
Okay.
That's what I went with, you know.
I feel that.
Shit that really just kind of shook me.
I feel you. So I was laughing because Justin said I was going to pick Homies for my top wicked song. All right, without any further ado, my #1 wickedest ICP song is 12.
And that's always a runner up for mine as well. Like that's one reason why I'll give Riddlebox the credit it's due. I think it's like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
it's outplayed. It's played out to me. But man, those two songs right there, like stand the test of time as like some of the wicked shit they've ever done.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I was listening to 12 again today, and like I made a list of like all the songs. Like I probably had 12 songs that were contenders, no pun intended. But and I was like looking through them, like I whittled it down to like 7 or 8. I was like, man, like there's like 12 is just unfuckwittable. Like it's like to me, like it's the representation of like the wicked shit.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, it is. Like I said, for me, it could be either one of those, 12 or Killing Fields. The only reason I probably wouldn't pick 12 because it was the same effect. 12 and Killing Fields both got under my skin and got in my head, and I was like, holy shit, this is like on another level than funny ICP. But the only reason I wouldn't pick it is probably because of how they fucking botched the math problem.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Believe me.
And they didn't make it clear enough.
Believe me, you're preaching to the choir.
That's the only reason I wouldn't pick it.
That's so funny. That's the funniest reason not to like an ICP. It's a good song, but the math is just atrocious.
Math, man. How does that work? How does math work?
Fucking math. How does that work?
ICP must have been ahead of their time, man. They were using that new math. What's that new math called?
Split 17 or something.
So I don't know.
Big 17.
The math that don't make sense to me. That's what they were using.
All right, man. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I think we had a good list right there.
Yeah, well, we'll have it a little more together on the next one. But I thought that was it's a fun way to like, you know, show people like where our minds are at.
Yeah, and like I said, man, I mean, I didn't write it down. I didn't really have to. Most of those songs have been in my, you know, with the exception of a few I could switch out. Those have been in my top 10 list. You know, I've had my top 10 list in here forever. So
yeah.
I'm just going, yep, that one, yep, that one. You know what I mean? My #1's always been the same. Killing Fields still fucks with me when I listen to it. I'm just like, heebie-jeebie shit, you know?
All right, man. Well, let's see if our homeboy hit us back. He hasn't come back yet. Well, we'll try again next
I
time.
wonder if like he had other shit to do.
Maybe.
It's weird and crazy.
That is weird and crazy. You're right.
Weird and crazy.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Yeah.
All right. So the big deal today, we're going to be discussing House of Krazees for the first time ever. We're listening to a House of Krazees album on the show.
Mm-hmm. But it's nothing new to me. I listened to this shit back in the day, probably almost 20 years ago.
Yep.
I had a burnt copy of it. That's what I listened to. The actual album itself was, in my world, it was unattainable. I could not get this album. I didn't know where. I wasn't going to go to Detroit to get this.
Right. It was just like not. I mean, not only did we barely know about House of Krazees at all, but by the time we found out about them, like they were not a thing. So it was just rare to even like hear, let alone hear their music, hear anyone have one of their items. Mm-hmm. I did buy a House of Krazees CD at Record Connection, and it was but it was just the two guys. It was ROC and the other guy that were just making a House of Krazees album. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think
it's called
so.
The Night They Came Home.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I could be wrong.
I mean, the original lineup was ROC, Jamie, and Paul.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, then like they left, and he just kept the HOK name and made one more album with another dude. I had that one. It was actually a pretty decent album, but that was all I knew about House of Krazees. But I eventually discovered like who they were. It's this Twiztid's old group. This is the garage band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let me get hip to it. And I remember downloading every House of Krazees song I could on this file sharing service called Audio Galaxy, which was like, it was after Napster, but before like LimeWire and shit. Mm-hmm. And I just typed in all the House of Krazees albums, and like they actually had them on there, set them up to download, and they took like a week, but I got all of them, every fucking one of them. And Season of the Pumpkin was one that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
I probably skimmed through a lot of them. Like, there's, 6 or 7 of them at least. And I skimmed through a lot of them. But Season of the Pumpkin, just the imagery of the Halloween imagery, the creepy sounds. Like, we were already juggalos, so we were already, like, into that kind of sound to begin with. So, I know I'm ranting. But,
oh, no, go ahead,
But
man.
this is all the shit that led up to me even discovering this album.
Yeah. Well, I'll say I believe the only reason I knew about... Well, actually, I believe I heard about him at, like, concerts or gatherings. I would hear people talk about House of Krazees, or I just heard the name mentioned, and I was like, what the fuck is House of Krazees? Never knew what it was. But I think the only way I listened to it is, like, when you burned it. Like you said, when you burned all that shit, you know, I think you burned me a copy of House of Krazees, and that's all I had, and that's all I ever fucking listened to.
Yeah,
when it came to House of Krazees.
This, it was probably even there may have been this album, maybe one or two other ones that might have been floating around at that point. But I remember this song in particular, like, always stuck out to me as being a fucking dope song. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, let me mention this just to get it out of the way. This is the '94 edition of Season of the Pumpkin. We know that Twiztid re-released it in the 2000s or whatever.
Yeah, I never knew that.
But all of the beats are different.
Really?
I'm pretty sure every single one is different.
See, half the charm and the reason why I like this album is because of the feel of it.
Yeah. The production on this album is actually pretty decent.
The production's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely low quality, like sound effects.
Sure.
And, I'm not sure what they used to produce this stuff. The arrangements of the beats are really cool, and the sound effects are really cool.
Yes.
But the quality of the samples and everything they use and the instruments and the beats are really low quality, Yeah. It sounds like Mozart put together, made something with an Atari.
Yeah.
Type, you know what
but
I mean?
Maybe that was part of the aesthetic they were going for, which judging by their vocal quality leads me to believe that probably wasn't the case.
Yeah, the vocal quality is, I think, really the worst part of this album. There's some it sounds okay. Like I said, it has the charm that I like.
Yeah.
I really do like that old school underproduced garage band rap sound.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Everybody who raps started out doing that,
Oh, yeah.
And it's just sometimes you can find some of the best shit in great rappers, some of their best shit is in those days when they were, just experimenting.
But I mean, how much younger are these guys than like Joe and Joey?
I mean, I don't
Within
think
a year or two, probably.
Yeah, not that young. I mean, I think Paul is older than Jay.
Okay, so here's the reason I asked that. And
at least a year.
This was a thought that kept coming to me as I was revisiting this album this week. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do genuinely like several of the songs on this album. This song's probably the best, to be quite frank. There's maybe one or two that are contenders with it. But the whole time I was thinking, like, okay, this is 94. What did ICP do? Riddlebox in this year.
Was it 94 or 95?
Okay, so let's just say they're working on Riddlebox. Even.
Yeah.
And the difference.
Oh man, such a difference.
It's outlandishly better. You know,
they had Mikey Clark by that time, and they didn't. Yeah, I mean, because you got to think, in '92.
But I get it. This was their like
Carnival.
Basement Cuts. Okay, you could even say Carnival.
Because I would say a lot of this, as far as the beat the production quality, it kind of reminds me of like Carnival beats.
Okay,
So
let's compare it then quality wise to Carnival.
I still wouldn't say it's as good as quality as Carnival.
I wouldn't say like anything wise as good as Carnival. Obviously,
yeah, it's not. This is better than Basement Cuts.
Yes,
of
course,
for sure. But even Dog Beats, I would say, is better than this production.
I would agree. So it's interesting, like the time. I'm just thinking of the timeline. Like I know in '94 you couldn't just record into your computer, so I understand the trials and tribulations of a rap artist in 1994, a struggling up and coming rap artist. I get all that. So that all said, I truly don't hold any of the production against them on this album. Like none of my critique about this album is really about the quality. It's about the quality of lyrics, or the laziness maybe that I just feel when listening to some of the rhymes or stuff. But I also kept thinking in my mind too, like, okay, this is 1994. Like, they weren't fucking speed rapping.
No.
They weren't fucking spitting all kinds of crazy bars and metaphors.
No.
It was just rap.
They were going
rap,
with their
rap.
Yeah, they had a gimmick and they were going with that, And I still thought for 94, I mean, some of the rhyme schemes are still pretty cool. I thought.
Yeah, I do too.
But I mean, you got to think 94 was a huge year in hip hop, period. Like mainstream hip hop.
Yeah.
Underground hip hop. 94 was
like
a
Gin and
huge
Juice year.
Fucking year. Yeah, I think I don't know if that was the year Gin and Juice came out, but I know around then. But 94, it was a big year for album releases and shit.
There you go. Crutch hit us with their ages. Shaggy 46, Jay 49, Mono 48, Madrox 45. Okay, so they're all within a couple years. So my point in asking that was just to see,
they're all
age-wise, why wouldn't their quality have been as good, other than the fact that they were obviously not picked up? And yeah, I get all that, obviously.
I don't know the story of like how Twiztid and back in these days, how they got started, or like how they got hooked up with any studio time. But you got to think, ICP spent the time, they spent the money, and they went out and looked for a professional studio.
Yeah.
And and Jay even says it in the book. They made like one song at a time, and it took forever.
Yeah.
And Chuck Miller and whoever, Mikey Clark, they were making professional beats, like professional producers at that time. ICP saved up the money and spent to go do that, and you got to think they had a lot of people helping them. By that time, I think they were making Carnival. They had a lot of people helping them.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of friends and family that were in, and I think they even had, didn't they have Alex Abyss by that time?
I think so.
'Cause I think Alex Abyss came during the Dog Beats.
Yeah,
era.
I think so.
So they had a manager. They had,
they had the resources, is what it boils down to.
They had the resources, even though, they didn't have much.
Well, how about this? They were struggling too, but they were hustling.
They were hustling, and I think they just made the better decision to actually go probably to a professional studio, as to where this was probably recorded in someone's house.
Yeah.
Or just a studio that was cheaper,
Yeah, I feel that.
Maybe I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will. They'll be like, "What?
Actually, Carver, they got, they went, there was a studio down on 8th that they went to.
You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know the fucking story.
We're just bullshitting and guessing on all of this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna, fucking, put a message that,
Actually, no. Carver, you're wrong right there. Okay. Back in that 94, see, there was a studio that,
so whatever it fucking is, I don't know what it is. I'm just, shooting off my fucking head right here, but I would assume that's what it was,
Yeah.
It's just they didn't go to they didn't go to professional studios, what it sounds like anyway, from the fucking production of everything. They just like, hey, let's do it in someone's house. They probably had a decent setup in someone's house.
It was probably like the ROC studio, and that's the only reason they let him in the group.
Maybe.
And then they used him to get popular, and like, fuck you, we're out of here. We're going with the clowns, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think ICP Isham taught them a lot.
Yeah.
They had like a hood dude, a hood vet that like taught them the ins and outs of the game, and Twisted might have been very similar with the ROC.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd be curious. I know there's more to that whole fucking split up than what we know.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Let's comment on the song though. This song right here sucks. The hook is fucking horrible. This is the hook.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, this was a skipper in my.
Here's one thing I'll say about this whole album. There's not a single good hook on this entire album.
Really?
Not a single fucking good hook. There's honestly maybe only 2 or 3 hooks the entire album. The rest is either like a weird like sound effect during the hook or a repeating of like a movie line.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Crutch said, actually, Carver, there's a studio down on 8th. Bet your dad.
See? I know. Of course.
Yeah.
What's up, Dylan? Thanks for joining us, man. We were wondering what happened to you, man. We didn't know. Oh, Dylan is Trailer Park Cinderella. We didn't know that.
Okay.
Remember Dylan? He's been kicking it with us since like first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but either way, man, when we started out rapping, by that time you could do it in your house.
Yeah.
Like, it was decent,
Right.
Not I wouldn't even say decent.
I mean, the first shit we did was still way worse than anything on this album.
Like, for them back then, it was way harder to get this sound. By the time we started rapping, it was way easier to get this sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that what we made was any better sounding than this. It was just easier to do.
We had the means to make something this good, but we just didn't know how.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could, Fruity Loops and all kinds of shit back then, but...
We just stole beats, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure all the, they weren't stealing these beats. These were probably all in-house made or whoever they were with,
And for what it's worth, I think I mentioned it already, but the production is actually not bad. Like, a lot of the beats are pretty decent.
They bang. I remember them banging.
Oh, yeah. I'm no joke. I was listening to shit in my car. I had to turn my bass down like 4 notches.
Yeah. That's how everything was back then. Even Carnival, man, banged,
That was obnoxious. I'm driving. Yeah. I'm trying to like drive with my 11-year-old in the car. I'm like, I got it pretty low. I could barely hear their voices. It's like bang, bang.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, trust me. I would like to know the story of House of Krazees a lot more than I do. I just never went into it. Back when I was listening to him, there was not a lot out about him that I think I even tried to like, find out about this shit. There wasn't anything out back then.
Yeah.
Not a lot anyway. And then the book came out and you found out how kind of Twiztid got formed and, and then since then I've just never really looked into him, and I had no clue they remade it or they repressed this album with different beats. So
yeah, and you know what's fucked up is like when I looked it up on YouTube, I found one that said original '94 House of Krazees. I turned it on, I was like, sweet. Channel 0 pops on, I'm like, this is not it. This is the bullshit version.
Yeah.
I immediately knew. Like, I don't know why someone would try to play it off like that, but because right under that was another video that had all the tracks in the regular version.
Now, so what's the deal with that one? Does it sound better?
No.
Not at
Do
all.
you want to just quickly? I'll play for you the Channel 0. We'll compare it real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep saying Channel 0. I meant Horror Story. Let me find it right quick.
But again, I like this album, man. It's like, it's the quality's not great, but there is a charm to this album I really do like.
Yeah.
It gives me a good little kind of spooky Halloween feel, you know?
Oh, yeah, it definitely does that, for sure. All right, let's see. This is the horror story. Here it is.
Doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't fit at all. I'll play the original again here in a minute.
I mean, the beats, you know, better quality, but it just doesn't fit. Sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, man. Yeah. It's the age-old fucking rule.
Listen, why they got all those guitars in it?
Yeah,
all right, so that was the old one, or the new one. Here's the original, just to hear it.
See, that's dope.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what they envisioned back then, but they couldn't get that sound, so it turned out like this, which, lucky for us.
I think more than likely, they just, whatever producer they had work, we got to have different beats for this. Whip up some up. He just sucked.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Probably.
Or he just didn't try very hard on that, at least. All right.
I mean, would you?
No.
If you were a producer and somebody, you know, somebody slapped that on your desk, like, here, this is your next project, you'd, oh, God damn.
I'd be like, okay, people are going to buy it no matter what, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This song's pretty tight. I listened to it again earlier today.
Oh, the mask, yeah. I like the mask.
I realized subconsciously this must have inspired our song, what we wrote about the mask.
It might have. It might have.
Listen to the quality on these lyrics, these vocals.
I mean, the rhyme schemes are all right.
The ROC especially, he often will like say a line that sounds like it's gonna rhyme good on the next line, and then it doesn't even try.
Who is it?
Me.
Hi, honey. What's wrong?
Nothing about the mask.
Try it on. Oh my God.
Nothing about the mask. It's so corny, but I like it, man. I can't help it. It's like it's like a game. It's like an old PS1 game, like voice acting from an old. The mask.
Turn this shit off.
The mask.
I need a mask. I need a mask. Quick. Thugs getting thick. Ain't no time to bullshit. Here we go on the day after Hallow's Eve. Memory lapse.
Those old ass. What are those 808s?
It's so funny, like just hearing them. Like, one thing that's funny is like I keep hearing their rhyme scheme. They keep doing this shit where they go like
I'm coming at you with the mask. I don't know what, but I gotta bring it back.
They like have this, they always there's one line they like drag out like one syllable. But that's old school.
But it is. But then they'll say shit quick too, like I'm coming at you with the mask, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm coming at you quick. I'm
coming at you with the mask really quick, and here it goes. And then I'm coming at you, and it's gonna get you goes.
Yeah.
Shit like that. They're like, you'll be like, all right.
I don't give a fuck, but I don't keep it. I think I'm in with that.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, it's funny, man. All right, let's move on.
I mean,
this fucking album's like 20 tracks. I'm gonna start skimming through.
It worked though.
Yeah, no, it did. It sounded fine.
I got to bring the mask and I got to give it to my girl.
So I like that they did this. I almost thought, I was like, was this album a fucking concept album all along? I know it's like a Halloween theme, but they did the mask, then Trick or Treat, then Haunted House right back to back. And if you listen to all three songs in a row, it sounds like they go together. And I think they did it on purpose.
And then what's Portrait?
Portrait's different. That one they start talking about serial killers and shit.
Okay.
This song's dope though. I like the beat. It's fucking old and weird. It's got the organ and shit.
I remember this being one of my favorite songs on here.
Same.
You don't know what death is. Devils exist.
Devils exist.
It's such a. This is the hook.
You don't know what death is. Devils exist.
Devils exist. Yeah, just a lot of samples.
You don't know what what death is.
They probably didn't. They probably had no clue how to write a hook back then, man.
Obviously.
Don't know what death
Do you
is.
think how much of this do you think was inspired by shit ICP was doing?
Out the door and in my ride. Put your knife on the dashboard inside. Blood stains in the back.
Yeah, Jamie was ahead of his time. He was way ahead of Paul back then.
He was what? I'm
He
sorry.
was ahead. He was way ahead of Paul. Back
Oh
then.
yeah, for sure.
Like Paul now is definitely the more bars dude.
Yeah, for
But-
sure.
But back then, Jamie knew how to. I just know he just knew how to write. He just knew how to write better.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell he had it in him, like
Yeah.
back then, for sure. So I just realized I had a couple missed calls on our Deck One Dell. I don't know if it was our origin story guy or not. I'm an idiot, man. It was 9 minutes ago. Sorry, whoever called, feel free to call again.
You don't know what death is.
I suck at this podcast shit.
We need a landline right here, so when
Yeah.
it rings, we go, "Oh shit!"
That would be
Hello?
cool. It rings my phone, but my phone's on silent because I'm a good podcast host.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a funny line by ROC.
That's good shit.
Do re mi fa sol la
Then
ti.
I'm dead, bitch.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And when I get there, make sure that he can't
See me.
Cause I'm scared with my bag in my hand. What's the plan? Motherfuckers, what's the plan?
I mean, I like that. Yeah. I mean, I like it.
Don't get me wrong, I do like this song.
You
but-
could feel the energy they were wanting to get out.
yeah.
Trick or treat, all shit that a nigga go.
Oh, your question about how much did ICP? What was it? How much influence? How much?
Yeah.
How much ICP influence? I mean, you got to think, man. Detroit is Detroit. So was it ICP that influenced them, or was it Detroit that influenced all of them? You know, was it the era, and who came before them in Detroit, like Isham,
Kiss.
yeah, and things like that, like
Motown.
and then them going like seeing ICP's success and going, man, we got to do our own kind of version of that. You know, I think that's kind of how it always been. They were always like, we're going to be better than ICP. We're going to surpass ICP. And then when they realized like that wasn't going to happen, they joined them. Then when
Can't
they,
beat him, join him.
yeah, and then when they were like, okay, we got our own fan base now, we can leave and do our own thing.
We should really just build this whole story arc ourselves and just like assume it's true.
We always got to assume, man. We always do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do here.
Dude, we're not fucking news. We're speculation. Speculation.
Purely speculation.
Speculation. Dude, I was listening to a fucking Green Book episode the other day. I was dying laughing at you and Chris's fucking E40.
Oh.
Dude, go back and watch our Green Book episode. I'm gonna cut that bit and make a clip of it. It was so funny. So
That's
fucking
great,
funny.
man.
You guys are great. All right.
E40.
Speculation.
Chris is fucking funny. Our producer Chris, he's
Yes,
a good guy.
He's so funny.
different from ASMR Chris.
Love that guy. All right, so this song's Haunted House. It's fine. No hook.
Never any hooks on these, man. Why?
I just want to I just imagine like when they're writing these songs, like they're like, all right, we're gonna do shows and shit. Just wait, we're gonna perform some of these songs. Which songs do you want to perform? Well, this one don't even got a hook. I mean, well, what can we do though during the hook? Well, we could like yell. I don't know.
Maybe it was like during the hooks they just said, fuck it, we'll do crowd participation shit.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say house, y'all say crazy. You know,
Yeah.
shit like that. But
Every song.
Yeah.
They're having to do that for every song.
But also at the same time, they might have been at the point where they weren't even thinking that far yet.
Yeah.
Like, man, we'll probably we'll never be doing shows.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe they were doing shows at this point.
I like to think they would have been. I mean, this isn't their first House of Krazees album.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm moving on.
I mean, a lot of this shit, this is what you get with
It's
every
the same,
song.
yeah.
I mean,
So Portrait is interesting. A lot of these songs I actually never really listened to the lyrics to until recently. Most of these songs are about like nothing. See, this one he's actually talking about specific
Yeah.
serial killers, which is kind of cool. He did like some research and shit.
Study much chemistry.
It's like he's like reading his research, like he's reading his transcripts.
Yes, you definitely get that vibe.
Yeah, like he kind of sounds like he's reading here. It's just like nonchalantly, like
He felt pretty good. Killed about 7 or 8 kids in this neighborhood.
Oh, Crush just says something. He said he brought us he bought a Deck One Delt tee. That's what's up, bro.
Oh,
Thanks,
nice.
man.
oh yeah.
Deck1delt.com, get you one. We'll have some more cool tees in there
Yeah,
soon.
in the future we'll have some pretty cool ones coming. We gotta finish them and get them out there, but I think they're mighty swell.
If you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Anyway, this song is fine. Call us what you will. A lot of these songs going forward, I'll be honest, the first half of this album I listened to the shitload of. The second half I was listening to it like, what the fuck even are some of these songs?
Yeah.
We're gonna get to a couple that I definitely know of, but
I mean, it's just them drum beats that really carry this album. Like every time you hear that, it's just that old school drum shit. You're like, oh shit, I don't know what they're saying.
it's just
but
old school hip hop.
Yeah, man.
This is just like a quick little 49-second track.
Oh, I remember this one.
This beat is hard.
Yeah, that those keys.
Yes.
I can just imagine that the producer was like, and they were like, oh shit, use that. What do you mean, just this? Yeah, that's sick. Put it in. Yeah, I would have too. Because when you're a rapper, you hear that shit. You go, oh man, oh I could freak that, man. Oh yeah, keep that. Oh yeah. I like. This
I mean,
shit,
I
though.
could write my ass off to a beat like this.
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
This shit's dope. But I don't even understand what the fuck they're talking about. I wasn't listening. Oh, this one's got a real hook.
This is a decent hook right here. Man, this one bangs, dude.
This is one of the better songs on here.
Yeah, for sure.
I overlooked this one.
Man, I could just see banging that today, man, in a nice system, just like that bass is coming out. Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on. Or you want to keep listening to this song?
I need to get these files, man.
I put it in the drive.
Go.
That for 40,000 more times.
This was one I skipped.
So I can't tell. It seems like they're.
I drop on my dime. I don't know, but I just commit these crimes.
It seems like they're putting a weird effect on their voice too, like one of the, like a Doppler, like. Blah, 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 blah.
It was probably like the only they had like the effects rack back then was like 5 effects. And then, you know what I mean, like whatever they were using, Cool Edit or whatever the version of, you know.
It's probably just on a fucking like 8-track machine, bro.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
4-track,
know.
whatever.
Some of this shit sounds like those old school.
This is
effects
94
racks.
though, bro. You think
Yeah.
they had a fucking computer?
The producer may have.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe. All right.
I mean, shit. I got a computer in the house. 95, Windows 95 and
Why?
shit. So. Well, I mean, my mom and dad got it, but.
All right. This was called. Oh, you mean back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I'm saying, like, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
a normal family from the suburbs had one in their house. I'm assuming maybe a producer would have had one, and they probably had some beat making software. It might have been. I don't know. We have to look up that. We need to look that up. Did they have beat making software in '94? That's actually that interests me, like, almost more so than this album.
that's a good question. I doubt it. I mean, because back then, dude, it was still like Apple IIe shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like Oregon Trail was the best computer technology. You think motherfuckers were making?
Oregon Trail in
Yes.
'94?
Yes.
Wow. Doom was out, man. I think Doom
Was
was
it?
out by 94.
No.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Bro, come on.
Yeah.
94?
Because then I got like...
All right, Super Nintendo was coming out by then, so you're right.
Dude, I had Mech Warrior, I think, in like 95.
No.
For PC.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know how to play it, and I didn't know how to like get it to work with sound and shit, but I remember like getting somewhat working.
Bro, you were rich.
We were rich. They got a computer. What can I say? I don't know. I won't say we were rich, but we definitely got a computer in the house.
That's funny. What is this?
Mommy.
This song is like the first half of the song is literally just a lady like bitching.
Yeah, Doom release date 93. Yeah, see?
Wow. This song kind of disturbed me. It had a lot of really weird imagery in it. Wasn't that
Wow.
wasn't that disturbing?
That sounds like, yeah.
Some dad is raping his daughter.
Holy,
And
is that what it is? Daddy's
so.
deed? Daddy's deed. Daddy planted his seed and did daddy's deed. Wow. I forgot it. Now I'm remembering this. But I really fucking forgot about this song, dude. I remember that line. The nursery rhyme,
This is
daddy pull
disturbing.
it out. Wow. This is almost worse than like ICP's old questionable shit.
yeah. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
So I remember this song being one that people liked. Bates Theory.
Like Norman Bates.
I think so. That's why I keep saying Psycho.
Yeah, it's pretty. Like when I think of House of Krazees, this is like the type of song I hear, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say this is like a. This is like a textbook House of Krazees kind of sound. Like the MIDI guitars and you know the real high pitched keys and you know that drum beat and just flowing, man. Yeah. See that one? I don't know if there's a hook on that one.
This is the hook.
This is the hook. Just another. Crazy, you say, house,
Crazies.
house.
Crazies.
When I, you know, I mean that's all I can imagine.
When I say house of, you say crazies. House of crazies. House of crazies.
There's like they were probably in a bar with like 30 people. I don't know. Did they ever open up for ICP?
I think they did. I think that's how they got hip to them.
Like, yeah, I think so. I think I might have said that in the book. Now that I'm remembering. Yeah, we had this band. I think that's what Jay said. We had this group opening up for us, and we really liked the two guys, and we told them you have to kick the one guy out to be with us.
I'm wondering why. There had to be like some more shit there, man. Like, why didn't they bring ROC? Like, I'm just imagining if I was in that same position, and like, I mean, when we were rapping, like if somebody came up to us and be like, "We'll take you two, but not him," I'd have been like, "No, that's not how this shit works, bro."
Yeah, you got to think. I mean, Twisted fans, I'm sorry, but that's kind of like that's like dogging your boy from the very fucking beginning.
Yeah,
They were like they dogged their boy like.
But maybe RC was just kind of hard to work with. I mean, playing devil's advocate, maybe he was. They were
Yeah.
kind of looking for like, look, y'all, we can't keep working with him, man. He's holding us down. Maybe he was like making them late for fucking, song, I don't know, recording sessions or
Yeah.
some shit. You know, who knows? But I'm just speculating. Speculation.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard telling. You get a sound bite of that if it's that funny. Speculation. I don't remember. I have to go back and listen, but get that sound bite.
Yeah, I will. All right, man.
But,
moving on.
Yeah, I don't know.
This song's tight.
Oh yeah, season of the Pumpkin track. Yeah.
Dope beat. Very like Nightmare Before Christmas or something. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of it reminds me of a PS1 game. like I'm playing like some like Nightmare Creatures or
Yeah.
something on PS1, or some
I like that shit.
Yeah, the bass lines are pretty dope in this, man. Like whoever the producer was knew what they were doing with the bass. Like they knew how to they knew how to slap together a good bass line.
That's so obnoxious.
Yeah, some of the keys and shit like that are questionable and very obnoxious, but they didn't have all the fucking filters back then to really bring all that shit down unless you had a gigantic board like you're talking about.
Unless you had a
know?
Mikey Clark.
Unless you had a gigantic board where you could adjust every little thing and you know.
Oh, that was one thing. He's like, unless he's my heel, there's trick or treating in my heel.
No man chicken, no treating them all like a meal. When I'm in the trick or treating and boss, I could take on peel. And I'm the sick of me in my and sick of me. I don't know what the fuck is that. I got to bail out as soon as my time.
They do a lot of that
comes,
shit
I
too. Where
gots
like
to bail out.
they hit the rhyme, but then they still have more to say.
Yeah. Yeah, they hit that. They hit the section where they're going to resolve their rhyme, and they linger past it, and it just your mind tells you it doesn't work.
Yes. But I gotta bail out.
Yeah. Like for most rappers, that would
When I'm writing and I do that shit, I'm like, all right, I gotta rewrite this. That's
Yeah.
not gonna fucking work.
Yeah. There are rappers that perfect that kind of style and make it sound better.
Sure, of
The ones that don't really rhyme on beat and rhyme on the snare and shit like that. There's definitely rappers that do that, but they just got so many other things going for them that it works.
House of Krazees today is finally here. It's the most horror-filled time of the year.
This is Paul.
Yes.
Is the choice. Mankind fears my gruesome voice.
Voice.
Yeah, they do that shit a lot. My gruesome voice.
Just
They do that
you're
shit
like
a
waiting
lot.
for it, like some voice. What?
I love it. It's so fucking. It's such an artifact of the time. I love it, man. It's so fucking great.
Yeah.
They do it constantly in this fucking album.
Like it wouldn't work anywhere else.
No.
Like these types of rhyme schemes and this sound wouldn't work on so many other things, but it does here for some reason. Don't know why. They were able to capture it.
Dude, I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Like, this is not with zero hyperbole. This is one of my top 3 songs on this album.
Sounds of Halloween.
Yeah.
Didn't we? We used this for a sample,
Yeah.
didn't we? For something.
We rapped to this the whole song. Because
yeah,
this song doesn't have any lyrics. It's just sounds of all. So look, when me and Carver were young bucks, when we first started rapping. This might have been the first song I think we might have did RSW anthem. This might have been the second or third song we ever recorded. Was literally just to this beat. We just played this. Here's how we did it. We burned this to a CD. We played it on this. We played it on this little radio on the side. We didn't know how to use Cool Edit and sing to the beat shit. So we literally played it on this radio back here. This little piece of shit on a CD player, and then we rapped into this one of those piece of shit Bob Barker microphones.
Yeah, the old PC mics.
Yeah, old PC mic that just sits there. It's like a stick.
Yeah.
We rapped into it to the beat playing on the radio behind us. And so we just rapped one. We had to do it in one take. We didn't know how to do takes and shit.
Yeah.
We just rapped one take, and then that was it. And then we knew how to put the beat on there and mix it after the fact. We just did not know how to rap with the beat playing on the computer.
Huh.
So that we did that for the first 6 or 7 songs I think we recorded, and we were like, dude, you can actually do this. Wow.
Yeah, it's so funny. We had more tech at our hands when we first started, but for some reason we did it worse, and it sounded worse than what they were doing back in fucking 94. And they had less shit to work with,
Bro, I will say this. I remember listening to your verse on this. Still slaps.
I don't remember.
You want to play it?
No. Let me listen to it first.
say,
and
I don't
we'll-
either.
We'll think about it.
I really don't either, dude. Tell me about it. That shit sucked. But this song actually does slap.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, we were young bucks experimenting, man. Everybody wants to rap, you know. And when you start, you don't know what you're doing. You just gotta go, man. You just gotta do it, right?
Right.
All right.
Here goes Jamie doing like
Trying to
speed.
build myself up.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Here's Jamie doing like speed rap and shit.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
It's got some funny like bass lines on this song too. Yeah.
I can imagine this like live though, like this
Yeah.
reimagined into a live beat. I think that'd be cool. Oh god, these these hooks know how to. I mean, it's like a buzzkill.
Yeah. Like, why not just throw a fucking hook on here, bro? Come on.
Like you could still use this sample.
Yeah.
You could take some other instruments out, keep the drum beat, and then like drop it. You know, slow the beat down or stop it, drop it back in. But yeah, why not a hook, man?
Foolish. All right, I'm skipping this. All right. Terrifying and terrible.
Terrifying.
That has to just be a spelling error. I hope.
Can I admit something?
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell terrifying.
That's all right. I think it's just an I instead of an O there.
Sounds about right. But this is a good one. I like this.
I like that like weird like sound they have. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And it like cuts off in a weird spot, makes it sound even cooler.
I think it's just keys, man. Like it's a keyboard. You just go, you hit one key and go.
Ah.
Like you just hit two different keys. You know
Or maybe
what I
it's just
mean?
one of those things where like you hit it, it goes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like they just let it off at a certain time.
Yeah.
This song's pretty dope. It's just got a dope beat. The hook is non-existent, obviously, but at least it's something.
Boom, 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 boom,
Oops.
boom, 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 boom. Bassline's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Where's my friends? Where's my foes? Where's my bro? In lockdown, I'm still in effect mode. I walk the underground.
I will say this, dude. ROC's got a dope fucking voice.
Yeah, fuck
I
yeah.
wish he was a better rapper. Like, even like everything I've ever heard from him is just okay.
What does he sound like now?
I haven't heard anything he's done in the last like few years, at least, probably 10 years. But I remember listening to like I downloaded one of his albums he released. I don't know, back when Twiztid was still on. Sorry about it. And I downloaded it, burned it, listened to it, and I was like, this shit fucking blows. I hated it so much, I took the burnt CD, threw it in the toilet, and pissed on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, without these beats and Jamie and Paul, it's hard. It was hard to get into him for me.
Whoa.
The best verse on the album, gotta be.
Think so? Just with his energy?
Dude, he came out hard on this, bro.
He didn't even rhyme that first line,
It
though.
doesn't matter. The energy's nuts.
Ugh, that line was
Five-pointed
dope.
pinnacle.
That line was dope,
Yeah.
bro.
By the way, that line, shit like that line in this album, and just their past adds more to my theory that they actually practiced, that they actually
No.
Twiztid from day one they were into that shit.
So maybe they manifested themselves into ICP's life and then like manifested themselves out of it.
Dude, they've talked about it a lot through their career. Like, they've talked about, like...
But
you
what
know
about
I
just
mean?
because it's fun to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, of course it's could or probably that, but I'm just saying, there's always truth to some shit, man. There's always truth to some shit, and they really like talking about that black magic and that fucking witchcraft and that, satanic sigil shit, and, so I don't know, man. I'm wondering if they've messed around with that shit.
It's intriguing.
And if they do, they ain't gonna admit it, dude. Celebrities who mess around
Why
with that
not?
shit don't admit it.
Why not?
They don't admit it, bro, because they don't want to fucking they want it to be a gimmick, and you know, it's just our gimmick. But so many rappers mess around with that shit. That's why That's why I speculate, because there's a lot of rappers that take that shit. There's rappers that take that shit seriously, man. They really do. They get into it, man. They think they're getting some power. You're getting some power. You're getting eyes on you. You think you're getting my eyes on you? You think you're getting my eyes
Maybe
on
we
you? So
need-
you get that power.
Let's do that so we can get some power, man. I got, like, no joke, I got like 20 witch books from the library upstairs for Kylie. She wants to be a little witch.
She's into it.
She is.
See what I'm saying? People take this shit seriously. It's not, I'm not just making this shit up, dude. She's taking it seriously. Adults take it seriously. Celebrities take it seriously. Rappers take it really fucking seriously. It's a thing, man. I'm telling you. Witchcraft.
You heard it here first, y'all. Twisted are some fucking warlocks.
I would not fucking doubt it. I would not doubt it that they have sat in fucking pentagrams and pulled out and tried to summon demons and shit, man. I would not fucking doubt it.
Wow. You heard it here first, y'all. Exclusive scoop. Fuck you, Toxic Plague Entertainment. You don't have that shit.
Here's another thing that makes me speculate that of why they split. Twiztid and ICP essentially are on the if that's the case, they're on the opposite sides of the spectrum. If that's the case, Twiztid are on this side, ICP are on this side. You know what I mean? The Iron Villain. You know, ICP's with God. Twiztid's with the darkness, the evil shit.
But why they call it the Dark Carnival then?
That's always been their thing, though, but they've said it themselves.
Nah.
And you know for a fact that Jay said it.
You heard it here first, y'all. ICP are angels.
I'm just saying, man. That could have been it. Think about that, man. They could be angels fighting.
They are.
Angels and demons fighting each other.
I think they are spiritual, metaphysical angels. I just want to say metaphysical.
Metaphysical.
All
Either
right.
way, that was essentially the fucking comic book too.
Yeah.
Remember the comic book that Twiztid were the demons that got summoned by that.
That's true.
That demon, and ICP were they were. But
But
like
what do you say then to the imagery of Twiztid's angel-like appearance on the Freak Show key art?
I mean, Tech Nine did that same shit too. They always defile the cross and angels and shit. So it's all because Lucifer was an angel. Lucifer was an angel, and they'll always, being an angel is not against like demonology.
So keeping it going, what's the imagery then of Mirror Mirror? What's the indication there? The implication?
Maybe just like that was like a summoning thing, like mirrors and you're I don't know. I mean, maybe that was just something, oh, it sounded cool, let's do it.
I just wanted you to keep making up things.
I'm making up shit. I don't know, man.
All right, man. Well, maybe. Anyways, this song is like this is like the pass me by of this.
I like it, though. I do like it.
This isn't a bad song.
Yeah.
It's got a cool, like, sound to it. It's like the renditions of reality of this
It's
album.
one of their more fully produced sounding songs, to where like it could have been on a better album, or like more a future album with a little bit better production.
He's like shouting people out and shit. All right, so that's the last song. The last track on the album is one called Shouts.
They shout people out, right?
Yes.
The House of Krazees would like to thank no motherfucking body. That goes out to all them niggas. We getting sad at real.
I don't think I ever sat through this.
I didn't either. This is just this for 3 fucking minutes.
Why is everything backwards?
Demonic. All right, so they do that, and then like it cuts off. Then there's more shit.
Come to the end of our journey through the minds of corroded, jagged, smiling pumpkins. At this point in time, we have some clues for you. Possibly some new artists on the Retro Horror Music label.
They're doing the same
Perhaps
ICP shit.
Solo projects.
You know what's interesting? Their label is called Retro Horror Music, obviously, which was cool. But
It will all come in due
them saying might have some new artists coming leads me to believe they had people in talks to join their record label, right?
Mhm.
That's what that tells me. My question is, who in the fuck was it? Oh, will I?
Yeah, you gotta find out for yourself now.
All right, so there's more shit.
You'll have to find out for yourself.
Give a shout out to myself, the ROC. We put this shit together for y'all, much flavor. And we out like that 9-4. And for all you motherfuckers that got left out,
We have finally come to the end of our journey
And it plays again.
through the minds.
So I'm wondering if,
of
yeah, so
eroded-
it sounds like they produced this shit. I'm wondering if they all produced this shit.
You know what? Here, let me give it a quick goog and see.
Yeah, gook that up real quick.
Oh well. House of Krazees.
I'd like to know who did that.
Season
'Cause I
of
don't.
the Pumpkin. Here, I'll bring this down here so we can read it better. Okay, let's see.
There's a vinyl.
Oh, there is. It's of the new one though.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. That says 95.
Channel O producer.
So we can go to Discogs. It might have some information.
It looks like they all had production in it.
Look, producer, the ROC. The ROC did all the production.
Yeah.
Oh,
Co-producer Hectic.
Unconscious. That was the song we really liked. Evil, whoever the fuck that is, and Hectic. Oh, look.
Hectic was Paul, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So ROC, look, Bones produced Drug Addict, which kind of sucked. ROC did 90% of the production on this shit, according to this.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Fucking cool.
That's probably why he was so, if there was any, not saying he was, but if there was any beef after they left and went for ICP, I mean, it might have been the thing where they were his proteges. He was bringing them up. He thought that he was going to catch some fame with them because he had two good white rappers. Like, hey, maybe we can catch some. Maybe he in his mind was like, man, we're going to be the next ICP. Only now they're going to have me with them. And now, man, we're going to blow up. We're going to do this shit. I'm going to be the producer. Yeah. Oh, they're going with ICP. Oh. Damn.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, I'm wondering, like, what the fuck happened there? That's so interesting. Well, that's it, man. That's fucking Season of the Pumpkin. Yeah, they had what? So they had 4 full albums. There's The Night They Came Home. That was the one that wasn't actually House of Krazees. So they had 3 actual albums. Home Sweet Home is the one I bought. I have a copy of that. Season of the Pumpkin was next, then Head Trauma. So there you go. And they have a couple compilations.
I think I only ever listened to Season of the Pumpkin, man.
Yeah, I think I listened to Home Sweet Home, but I don't remember really much about it.
Yeah. Pig skinners. Well, yeah, man. Season of the Pumpkin. I like it. As old as it is, and low quality and underproduced. It worked for the time. You know what I mean? It sounds good in that time capsule of an album. Outside of that album, I don't know how it would do, how shit would sound, but within that album, it's great.
I would be very curious. Like, I mean, I know that everyone's heard underground rap and old school rap and shit, but like, I'd be curious to know what somebody somebody like our age who doesn't know about like Twist and ICP maybe would think about listening to something like this. Just a complete outsider. I don't want to say like a kid because I played it for like my kids and they just like are like this shit sucks.
I mean, it just depends on the person, man. If it's someone our age, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to give a fuck because they listen to fucking pop music.
Yeah,
they're not going to give a shit about
I guess
that.
what I'm trying to say is I don't know like how this would be how it would be taken by people that aren't already like Juggalo adjacent.
It'd have to be, for one, it'd have to be a hip hop head who likes underground hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not that, they're not going to care.
Yeah, because I this album it's subjectively good, but I don't think it's objectively good. I think any Juggalo could listen to this album and enjoy it for sure, but I think anyone else would hate this album.
Well, I remember bumping this back in the day, and I forget who it was. I had a girl in my car, a couple people in my car, and there was a girl in there, and she was like, "I really like these beats." I remember that stuck out.
Really?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
she was just trying to get some dick, bro.
maybe. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But she sounded like she liked him. So I think the beats really do catch people, and it's just because of those 808 drum beats. They're
Yeah.
very catchy, and that's what everybody does now. They were ahead of their time. They're using those 808 beats like people use now. I mean, like, in fact, they use them even, on they use them on everything now. Trap beat is made up of 808s, trap music.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there was a time in hip hop in the 90s and stuff where they started using more live sounding drum kits and more boom bap and shit like that. And then in the 2000s and the 2010s they started switching back to 808s being like the main.
I'll be honest. I never knew what an 808 was.
It was like just an old school drum kit, they used back in the day, and they went back to them, and that's like what everybody uses now.
Let the 808 kick drum make you wanna get some. I got a scrotum full of balls. I'll let your girl lick them.
Yeah, Tech Nine even he went to him, and everybody went back to him.
Yeah. I didn't know people like were going back to them. I just thought it was like a. I always assumed it was like a kind of drum sound that everyone just always used. I don't know. I'm ignorant completely to that shit.
Yeah, I've never I've never used them and shit. I've just heard a lot of people talking about them, but I mean, look them up and see what it is. But yeah, I mean that's like the sound. Like they were ahead of their time using that fucking shit.
Intriguing.
Or all the way through, because in '94 was actually I don't think they were quite using 808s in mainstream hip hop at that point. It was more live sounding shit. Like, because you got to think Dr. Dre and stuff, he was using a lot more funk-based sounding drums and stuff like that, where it almost sounded like a band was playing his drum beats.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm so fucking dumb when it comes to that, man. No.
But yeah, man.
That was fun.
I liked it.
I like going through. I mean, it was fun to reminisce. I was scared that I was going to kind of just come here. I don't want, my intention is never to listen to an album and just shit on it the whole time, man. Like, I try to find the good. I'm going to be honest, but I was scared I was going to listen to this and be like, man, like, it's just every track, like, this one's kind of shitty too. This one's kind of shitty too. But I didn't do that. And I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah, this album surprises you. Like, you think it's going to be that, and then you switch to it, and that beat hits, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and
this
even
actually sounds good.
Yeah, and this is not a testament to say, like, let me rephrase that. This isn't me saying that the lyrics are great or this is great music by any means, but I think the album is fun to listen to. If you're a juggalo especially, it's got shit you would definitely enjoy. Even if you're an old hip-hop head, you might like some of it, but I think the lyrics are a lot of them are just plain corny. Nothing's exciting or going to jump out at you as being, like, dope necessarily, but it is for sure. This album is replayable 99% due to the beats, for sure. I think we agree there. All right, man. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. To the juggalo that we were going to have on. Apologize for that.
Yeah, sorry, bro. We'll try again another time, but we had him in. He just couldn't hear us, and we couldn't hear him. So whatever, shit happens. What can you do? I need to figure that out, I guess. I don't think it was me, for what it's worth, because we had Nasser on last week with no problem. All right, man. Well, let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here, all right?
All right, we'll slide it back in the deck.
All right, we'll catch y'all later. Peace. Go to Deck One Delt, get you a shirt, all right?